I know that this is a calling and it's a real passion for you, but if you could share with us some of the sources of inspiration for you with your own journey, what inspired you to want to help and mentor others and to be an executive coach?
Well, if we go way back, even to my childhood, I could definitely identify my mom as an inspiration. So my mom is now in her 70s and still just all about developing people and pouring into people. And so I grew up with that. I grew up with her always doing leadership development and training classes. She was a counselor, police chaplain, and so lots of different types of assessments. And where my brother didn't like those, I was the guinea pig. Hey, I'll take them. I always thought they were fun. And so that really was the origin, the birth of the love for that. And so through that, just incorporated that into different leadership roles that I had. But it wasn't until about 17 years ago, maybe 15 years ago, when I brought in an executive coach in the healthcare organization that I was working in to work with some of our team members, and really started getting a good taste of what true coaching was, because I think I, like a lot of leaders, used the word coaching. We were coaching people, but we weren't trained coaches. And when I saw real coaching in action and the difference that it made, I was hooked.
Now, do you also work with a coach too? I know coaches coach each other and they sort of play off each other and help each other.
Yes, I am a strong proponent of that. Yes, and all of the people who work with us, because we believe and stand on the premise, if you're going to be a coach, you have a coach. So I have had a coach for years. And then, of course, we practice with each other all the time in our organization. Yeah.
What are you most proud of?
Well, I think like a lot of people, my mind first goes to my family, definitely, especially once my kids are, well, and this does tie into the business as well, because all three of my kids are quite different from me and quite different from each other, but they all are proud and following their own path, and to be proud of that, just like the people that we coach. I don't want to try to direct their path, and that's hard, right, when we're driven ourselves and we think we know things, but it's about them finding their path and going after what that path is to happiness. So I'm very proud of that for my kids and for when I get to see it in clients.
You love your work. You love what you do, don't you? I can
do.
see that when we've chatted. This is something that truly is your mission and your calling. You're surrounded yourself with a top team of experts as well. Why do you think you're as good at this as you are? And I know it's hard to answer that question when you're talking about yourself, but I know why you are, but why do you feel you are?
I'm laughing because the first thing that comes to my mind is just all the mistakes I've made. Seriously, and just learning.
That's failure is essential to success.
Yes.
I mean, having gone through it, you're very relatable to other people who are going through things, maybe judgments, decisions they've made that maybe they could have been different, or failures. To admit and to embrace and then learn from and move forward from, it's richer than if you continually say, I'm perfect, I make no mistakes.
And you just played on something too that is extremely important to me, and that is learning. And I work a lot with my clients with this. So when a mistake is made, let's not ruminate, because if we ruminate, we're just reinforcing those neurological pathways. Instead, let's create.
Right.
I wasn't pleased with that, but what will I do differently? So creating something different for ourselves, even in our minds before it happens, is important. Also educating, and when I say educating, I'm not just talking about always going back to school. It may be, reading some books or going to a conference or talking and sharing, researching, but constantly growing ourselves and expanding our minds to realize, even as a coach, I realize it's a journey. I'm on a journey. I've got a whole lot still to learn, and learning it together. It's fun being with my clients because while they're learning, I'm learning too.
And then you share. You share what you've learned.
Yes.
You empower, inspire.
Right.
Which is the whole thing. That's what it's all about.